For employee information at the School District of West Salem, we use software called Skyward and specifically Employee Access. This is going to show you how you can get into Employee Access. To start with, I'm using a computer to do this. If you are using a portable device like an iPad or a phone, the setup might look a little bit different. To begin with, you want to go to the School District of West Salem website, and you can do that by doing a Google search or typing in wsalem.k12.wi.us and getting to our district website. In the upper right hand corner is a Skyward icon, and when you select the Skyward icon, it's going to give you some choices, and in this case we want employee access, and that again is going to give information about the employee. Here it's going to say that you are leaving the district site, so you want to click OK, and that's going to open up another tab for you so that you can log in. Now, for most people, their login information is going to be their last name and then a period and then their first name. If this is the first time you've ever logged in, your password is going to be West Salem, all smashed together, all small letters, and then you're going to choose Sign In. The account that's being used in this particular example is not real for data privacy reasons, so it's not going to look exactly like yours, but you'll get some ideas. If your login to Employee Access does not work, you should contact our Human Resources Director. Once you're in Employee Access, there are some tabs at the top, and we're going to break these down into separate videos. To begin with, we'll start with Employee Information, and there are a few key things in Employee Information that you will want to pay attention to. One is the personal information underneath employee information. So this is going to contain things like your address and telephone number. And if any of that is incorrect, you can request a change for that, or again, notify our Human Resources Director that something's incorrect on there. Now, when you're working in Skyward, in the upper left-hand corner is an arrow that allows you to go back, so you can go back to the previous screen. Again, I'm going to go to Employee Information, and another key area is Check History. And if I click on Check History, that is going to show a list of all of the checks I've received. So it's a good idea that once you receive the email that the payroll has been completed, you can go into the Check History and look at the check to make sure that it's accurate. Again, I'm going to go back, or I can go back up to Employee Information again. Another helpful area is something called Check Estimator. If you were looking at having to change your W-4 information and you were curious about how that would affect your check, you could put your information into here. So for example, your marital status, how many exemptions you are planning to claim, and then how you're paid, hourly wage, how many hours you work a week, those kinds of things. And once you do that, you can click on Continue Check Estimator Process, and you can then click Calculate Check, and it will actually bring up a sample of what your check may look like, so you can see how the various deductions affect your check. Again, I'm going to go back up to the employee information, and another important area is your W-2 information. So at the end of the year, you can see your W-2 from here. Now you notice there aren't any in this fictitious person, but I could, if I had several years here, because I've worked several years, I could click on it, and over to the right is the View W-2 form, and I could even print it from there as well. Finally, something else that might be helpful for you is your W-4 information, and this would tell you what has been recorded for your W-4 information, so that you would know how many exemptions. Maybe you had met with a financial planner or your tax preparer, and they had asked you how many deductions you had taken out and you weren't sure. You could go in here and look at that status. So those are some of the key areas from employee information.